I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be why you should treat all women that you like and you want to date the same. Actually, the way I approach it is I treat all women like my girl. I'm sweet to all women because a man who loves women is loved by women. It doesn't mean you're a pushover or you're a fucking nice guy, but it means you're always sweet and you're charming and you're playful to all women, even if it's an old lady that you're buying perfume from in the mall. Women love to banter and be playful and tease each other. It doesn't matter what age they are. It doesn't matter if they're married. It doesn't matter if they're single. You want to treat them all the same because years ago when I was really unsuccessful with women, I was successful at getting women that I really wasn't that into sometimes. But like when I encountered a woman that I really liked, what I realized when I really started learning about this stuff and where I was going wrong was that the women who I was really into, I treated differently than the women who I was hooking up with. And what I realized is that I was overly nice with the girls that I was getting blown off by who I wanted, and the other women I was simply myself, and I really didn't give a shit whether they liked me or not because I really wasn't that into them. I didn't really perceive them as the kind of catch that I really wanted, so I was kind of indifferent, kind of aloof. I didn't really chase or pursue them. And so this caused them to reach out to me. And so what I realized is that you got to treat all women the same, even the ones that you really like, especially even if you know them already. I got an email here from a guy who's basically in that situation with some of the women that he knows and he's dating. And he says, "Hey Corey, thanks for all of the information in your videos. I'm a really busy person with college and a lot of other obligations, so texting is my major form of communication with people." I'd say it's like that with fucking everybody. I mean, it's like you can't go anywhere these days without seeing people just totally looking at their phones, just texting. Or it's like even you go out and hang out. Like I was out the other night with a bunch of friends, and it's like all the people in the bar. It's like, you know, they're talking, and at the same time they got their phone in one hand, they're texting people, and they're flipping through their email and stuff, and it's like, Jesus Christ, everybody's turning into a goddamn fucking smartphone zombie these days. So he says, "I don't have a lot of free time between class and such. The large amount of texts are regular for me in any situation, although that extreme I showed I had more interest in maintaining contact." And I'd say as far as it goes with women, you got to remember that the phone is simply a communication device to arrange dates, not to sit there and chit-chat and have a relationship or try to get them to like you over the text. It's like the same thing, calling a woman and talking to her for 2 or 3 hours and never asking her out on a date, and then calling her a couple of days later, then talking for another hour or two, and still not asking her out on a date. It's like you're basically because guys that are unsuccessful women, I used to do this years ago, because I would sit there and talk to a girl for days on end and wondering, when should I ask her out for a date? When do I let her know that I want to go out with her? And I mean, it's just a horrible way to go, because what ends up happening is you tell them everything about your life and your whole life story instead of doing it in person. And it's like, why would they want to go out with you when they already know everything that you've been up to this whole past week and they know your whole life story? Women are like cats. They like guys who are mysterious. They like guys who they can't figure out. They like guys who are a little bit of aloof, because it's a scientific fact that women are more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. And so if you're blowing a chick's phone up all the time, talking about whatever mundane subjects, or sending hundreds of texts back and forth during the week, I mean, it's insane. You're never going to get anywhere. She's going to simply perceive you as a guy who ain't got anything going on in his personal life, because men who are successful with women, we don't have time to sit there and text back 100 fucking times in a week. It's like we're busy. I'm a busy professional. And it's like when I get texts out during the day from girls that I know or girls I'm dating, it's like I don't have fucking time to respond right away. I'm busy with a client, or I'm busy doing something for my business. Like I want to see you, I miss you, and all those things. But it's like I'll get to you when I can. I'll respond to the text when I can, and that's just the way it is. And it's like in that time where they're wondering where they stand with you, or they're waiting for you to respond to your text because you're busy, that causes their interest level to rise. It causes their level of attraction, because the guys that are unsuccessful with women are the ones that are blowing up their phone and pleading with them and trying to seek their approval and trying to prove themselves to women, and they're not getting anywhere with them. He says, "Should I differentiate the way I contact potential dates with phoning, planning outings like I would for making appointments, keeping it a call and date schedule on the phone use only?" Absolutely. You should never be talking to women on the phone other than to arrange a date. And you can send 2 or 3 texts back and forth if you're talking, but you need to quickly get to the point. If a girl's reaching out to you after 2 or 3 texts, you need to say, hey, so I suppose you want to get together, or say, hey, I got to run, but I want to see you. When are you free this next week? Question mark. Send it. Wait for her to respond. Be patient. And when she responds and she tells you what day she's free, then pick one of them, make something definite, and say, awesome, I really look forward to seeing you again, or I look forward to seeing you, or I look forward to meeting you out at such and such place for a drink. Get right to the point, because men who are successful, men who are busy, they got time to fuck around, and especially because they're going to be dating 3 or 4 or 5 different women, and we don't have time to sit there and chit-chat and send hundreds of texts back and forth, because we're busy running our businesses, we're focused on our careers, taking care of our purpose, whatever it is that we do as men. He says, I agree with how to approach, I guess this guy's written me previously, and this particular girl that he fucked up with, he says, I found out that she likes the straight up, hey, I like you, let's do this now, dominant kind of attitude. Yeah, guys that are successful with girls, they want to spend time with them. They don't want to sit there and spend hours texting or talking on the phone. They want to be with them, because you can't seduce a woman over the phone. You can only seduce her in person. You can't read her body language or her physiology over a text. And plus, there's a good chance if you send a text and you're new to this stuff that you could say something in a text that'll actually turn her off. He says, I'm like that with random chicks at the bar. I get numbers and I set dates easily without fear or concern, but not with girls I know. I see that I'm not treating the girls the same, and it's an obvious thing. Insecurity and other things I'm taking note of now, and I'm paying closer attention to my actions. It's good, because this is the kind of stuff that develops your sensory acuity, so you can be aware and so you can pick up on these things when you're with women in person. He said, this particular girl that I had a crush on, we only had contact for hanging out or going out now, and so being aloof and independent over the previous loyal puppy dog waiting for a treat. He says, it's weird because it seems my lack of focused attention gets me more. Yeah, less is more with women. I say that all the time. Get to the point, make a date, and get off the fucking phone. I have done the go for the kiss thing with chicks and find it's easier with women I barely know more than the ones I've known for a while. That's why you go for the kiss, because if a chick turns her head, then you know never to call her again or to go out with her, because it means she's not interested, or she's being inauthentic with you and not being herself because she's following a book called The Rules or some kind of bullshit like that. And so either way, you just walk away from those kind of women, and if by chance she wanted to see you again, she'll reach out to you. And if she does, a week or 2 later and reaches out to you, give her one more chance, make a definite date, and at the end of that date or at some point in the date, go for the kiss. And if she gives you the cheek again, don't ever call her or see her again. And if she reaches out to you after that, hey, nice to see you, hey, I got to run, or nice talking to you, I got to run, keep in touch, and just leave it at that, and never ask her to do anything unless she brings up getting together. But if a woman's turning her cheek, it means she's got no interest in you romantically. She might like you as a friend or a male girlfriend, but you're never going to get anywhere with her romantically. He says, I think with the new girls, I don't know. I don't care because they are new, and if it doesn't work, I can shrug it off. And that's the way you need to go about it. You got to treat all women the same, and that's where you're fucking up, and that's why you're not getting anywhere with these women that you like or these women that you know, because you're being the nice guy approach. You're beating around the bush and you're walking around in circles. And women, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't make love to a woman with a limp dick, can you? Absolutely not. You got to have a hard penis. You got to be fully erect. Men who are successful women are direct and they go for what they want. They don't act like a limp dick around women. They go for what they want, and that's how they become successful with women. Women like that. Women, feminine energy is about being indecisive and things kind of up in the air and being unsure of themselves. And when you act like that around a woman, you're basically acting like a woman. It's going to turn her off. It's going to cause her to feel wishy-washy inside emotionally towards you, and she's going to think of you only as a friend or a great guy to talk about all of her problems, or the guys that are being jerks to her or whatever, guys that aren't returning her phone calls, or whatever happens to be, or the bad boy that she's dating that she can't seem to get her way with, and he's a dick to her all the time, and then you'll be sitting there pleading with her, just acting like a girlfriend, a male girlfriend, thinking you're going to get somewhere with her, and all you're going to end up with is a bad case of blue balls. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, or is a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, Go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges. And you just got to give me several days to get back to you with a response because I get a lot of email from the internet. And I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that. Go to my website and click the Products tab, which is going to be the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, you don't have to have a Kindle device. All you've got to do is download one of Amazon's free Kindle e-reader apps. They have for iPhones, smartphones, Android devices, Mac, PC, tablet, whatever device you have. And so when you get to the download page, like I said, it's underneath the email sign-up box on my website. Click that link, and on the right-hand side is a button to get the app that you need for your device. And once you've got that, it only takes a matter of seconds to download. And after you've downloaded the app, it's only a few more seconds to download my book, and you'll be reading it in no time. And I will talk to you soon.